I'm Julia and I'm visiting from Australia, and I was just over the road having a coffee with my parents and saw this demonstration and of course had to join. I felt compelled to join. Every fibre of my being had to join, because what is happening in the world and the genocide that is taking place is abhorrent, and we need as a human race to stand up and say no, enough. I'd also like to congratulate the Orkneyan people for standing up in this way. Apparently you guys do this every Saturday, and I have to say that since I've arrived in Orkney, I have been received by everyone I've met with such a welcome and such a generosity of knowledge. The beauty of spirit that the Orkneyan people represent needs to be spread throughout the world. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Fran. I grew up in Orkney. I currently live in Glasgow. I'm an artist there, and I'm here today with my mum. She comes most weeks. I've been to quite a few of the demonstrations in Glasgow as well, so it's really great to see you guys here so consistently doing such a great job, raising awareness for what's happening in Palestine. The atrocities are just ongoing and horrendous, so it's really important everyone's down here, and you guys are publishing independent media and independent voices, so solidarity with Palestine, and happy to be here.
My name's Gareth, I'm a resident in Orkney, and I've been pretty depressed, I guess, about the way in which the Palestinian people have been treated historically, and what's going on at the moment just seems wrong and it needs to stop. One of the challenges in Gaza is just because of the relatively small packages of land that are available. There's not that many natural resources, but there is an abundance of solar energy, and maybe that's something that could be used to generate some energy locally. It's not going to be enough to support 2.5 billion people, but it could be something that could help provide some energy, and with the right battery support, provide some energy independence.
Thank you so much for coming out today, especially in the rain. We have to be grateful that we are able to come out and protest in these numbers and with freedom, because so many people in the world are not currently able to do so. So we have to keep coming and keep protesting and saying no. We don't want attacks on civilians. We want aid and food and water to be able to get into Gaza unrestricted. In the last week, hundreds of people have been killed just trying to access some food, which is an appalling thought. So yes, please do keep coming out and raising your voice and giving a voice to all of these people who have been killed in this appalling massacre. So there are just a couple things that I wanted to draw your attention to. Obviously, everyone can watch the news and see what's going on. The aid ship that was trying to get to Gaza with Greta Thunberg on board was forcibly abducted by the Israeli military, and most of them have been just sent away from the area, so that's not a good thing. But also there's a group of individuals from about 50 countries who are trying to march to the border of Gaza to try to bring in humanitarian aid and raise awareness of what's going on. So we have to hope that all of these efforts will keep bringing Gaza to the attention of the world. The United Nations General Assembly has voted for a ceasefire, but they've done that before and still nothing's happened. So, individuals have to keep doing what we can. There are a couple things coming up next weekend that I'd just like to tell you about. One of them is on Saturday, which is right after the vigil. Ed and I are opening our garden to the public, and we would welcome anyone who'd like to come along. We have a Gaza Children's Memorial Garden, which my husband created 10 years ago, and it's, of course, much more poignant today, considering the number of children who've been killed in Gaza, since 2023. So if you'd like information about that, speak to me afterwards. I can tell you where we are. It'll be from 3 o'clock onwards. Then on Sunday, the 22nd, we are having a Refugee Week lunch in the St. Magnus Center. And that is a joint effort with Orkney Amnesty International and Orkney Friends of Palestine. And it's from 12 till 2 in the St. Magnus Center. You can come along for soups, bread, cheese, biscuits. It's free, and we will have a donation bucket for our friends in the Shiite refugee camp in Jerusalem. And unfortunately, they are suffering a lot now because their schools have been closed by the Israeli military, and there's also worry that their health center will also suffer. So do please come along, spread the word, tell your friends. It's a wonderful annual event that we've been holding, and it's a great opportunity to get together for a social occasion and to learn more about the conditions in the Shiite refugee camp. Brian again has his Zaytun fair trade produce. He has olive oil and soap today. He'll be up by the cathedral if anyone would like to help out Palestinian producers. That's a good opportunity to do that. And once again, I would just like to thank everyone so much for coming out, especially, as we have been doing this week after week, month after month. And, our politicians need to see that we are still calling for a ceasefire and for something to be done to help the people of the region. So once again, thank you so much, and hopefully we will see you next week at these events and again at the vigil. Thank you. I can take your question. Thank you.